Hey everybody, it's Neil from 2AF. Thanks for watching. End of the month, so we're going to do another gun history video. It's January 2025, and this month marks 13 years since we lost John Noveske. I put a post up earlier in the month. We think about John all the time, but especially on that day. So I thought we'd do something about Noveske for this month. So we're going to do the Ghetto Blaster. This is a pretty early Ghetto Blaster. I got this one pretty much as they had first come out. It's actually Ghetto Blaster serial number 98. Now, I could have this wrong, but I think it's right. When the Ghetto Blaster first came out, there was some controversy about the name. People thought that maybe it was an inappropriate name. And so, as I remember right, they stopped making Ghetto Blasters after 100 rifles. So this is like one of the last 2 or 3 or whatever it is that had went out the door. And then they just changed the name to, I think, the PDW or something. And what's up, Popcorn? Hey, can you excuse me? Can you excuse me, please? Thank you. Come on, go, go, go. So they had changed the name to like the PDW or something. And then eventually later it came back. But this is one of those first original 100 Ghetto Blasters. When this came out, the Q Honey Badger had just kind of come out again. SIG had just put out their like real short MCX 300 blackout gun, and so I wanted to get one. I had a 300 blackout gun already, an old AAC MPW with a 9-inch barrel. But these really, the shorter barrel ones had just started coming out again, and I wanted to get one. And I looked at all 3 of those guns, and the SIG was pretty cool because, man, it was really, really small, especially with the side folding stock, and I think it had like a 5-inch barrel or something like that, but it was really heavy. And the Q, I think, and I still think that they're pretty cool guns. Super lightweight, a lot of great features. But I did wind up getting the Ghetto Blaster for a couple reasons. One, I thought that it was a pretty good value. It had some stuff that I really liked on it that were included. Like, it came with the Magpul MBUS Pro sights, came with a Geisley trigger, and the Geisley charging handle. Of course, it has the Noveske mark on it. But in any case, I like the bazooka green. I hadn't had a gun in that color, so you can get this gun in other colors, of course. But I got the one in the bazooka green, so I wound up with the Noveske. Probably the only thing that this had that I wish was more like the Q or the SIG was the 1-in-5 twist barrel. This one, if I'm not mistaken, has a 1-in-7 twist barrel. And really, it wasn't too big a deal for me. I probably would prefer that it had the 1-in-5 so it can shoot all that different color blackout ammo out there. But, this is not... For what I'm going to do with this gun, which is mostly just shoot some matches and stuff like that, have fun at the range, have a quiet gun, there's plenty of ammo that was good for me to shoot with the twist rate that this is, and so I went with the Noveske. I really have not changed a lot on this from the factory. Of course, it didn't come with the Q Trash Panda, and this is one of the older Trash Pandas, but it did come out of the box with the Cherry Bomb from Q. So that's why I kind of got the Trash Panda to go with it. Came with the Q Honey Badger stock. And one of the things I was always curious about is, like, it seemed like only the Noveske had this Q stock with this intermediate position. I guess the Q guns, it really only has all the way closed and all the way open, but the Noveske gun has this intermediate position in the stock. I mean, I shoot it all the way open anyway. It doesn't really make that much of a difference, but I always just thought that was curious. One of the things I did change was the grip. I got the Reptilia CQG grip just because I thought it was a really short grip that kind of matched the profile of the gun. I like the grip because even though it was short, here, let me do it with my right hand, I could still get my whole hand on it, and this little lip here kind of made sure that my pinky stayed on without falling off. So anyway, that was one of the things I changed. And then, not changed, but added, the gun came with an M-lock sling mount. But you know, there's not a lot of M-LOK panels on here, and I'm gonna have it on the left side of the gun because I'm a right-handed shooter, and the way that I grab the gun, like it covered up all these slots. So if I were to put one of the M-LOK sling mounts on here, it would kind of get in the way. Hey buddy, come on, excuse me. Come on. So I got this one, a guy I knew from SIG, who actually used to work at AAC, John Hollister. I saw him at one of the industry shows, and he gave me this tiny little SIG QD mount, and I added that to it. It attaches to the top of the gun, and then just puts a little QD right off here to the offset side. And I thought this was great for this gun because it was out of my way. I could grab the gun the way I'm usually going to grab it, and the sling is still out of the way for me. There was a little while where I saw these were coming with all the SIG rifles, and then you could buy them for a little bit, but I don't know, like I haven't seen them out or around anymore. So I don't have any more. I have one other one on a gun, but then now I haven't been able to get them anymore. And then I added an old 8-point T1 that I had in a ScalarWorks mount. I like these ScalarWorks mounts a lot. They're low profile. They don't have like a big throw lever here that gets in the way to snag on stuff. And man, they're just super trim and lightweight, which again, I thought matched the overall kind of vibe of the gun. So back to the Noveske Ghetto Blaster here. Of course, we said comes with the cherry bomb, comes with the Honey Badger stock. Talked about, came with the Magpul M-Bus sights, came with the Geisley supercharging handle, came with the short throw Noveske safety. This is made by Noveske, even though when you look at it, it has the Magpul logo. Comes with ambidextrous magazine release here. Honestly, I don't know which one this is because they're so similar. But the original, oh God, I'm gonna forget the name. So the copy one I can remember right now is from CMMG, and then the original one, Norgon. The Norgon Ambi Catch was the original. So I don't know if this is the Norgon or the CMMG. They look so similar to me. Comes with the, man, let me see if I remember which trigger this is. Yeah, it's a two-stage flat trigger, so it's probably the SDE trigger from Geisley. And then Noveske has these rails where you could get them all Picatinny, or you could get them where the top is Picatinny and the 3, 6, and 9 are M-LOK, or you can get this one where the top and the bottom are Picatinny, and then the 3 and the 9 are M-LOK. This one I think is called the NHR rail. I didn't specify which one. This is just kind of the one that came with from the factory, and that was fine with me, so I kept that on there. Did not come with the foliage green PMAG. That's something I just kind of put on here. And man, that is about it on these. The Noveske came with, does not come with a adjustable gas block. I kind of preferred that. I know adjustable gas blocks are more and more popular these days, and I'm not against them. I make guns with them for people all the time, and I don't really, if somebody asks for one, I don't try and talk them out of it. But you know, if they ask me my opinion, I'll tell them like I don't prefer them. I have seen plenty of them. The main problem has been they get fouled up, and then people can't adjust them, and then something like the screw or the tip of the Allen wrench breaks off. I just haven't seen, I've seen problems with them. So I just generally tend to try to avoid them. And I like to buy guns which run pretty well, either suppressed or not suppressed. I know you can adjust the gas block and get it to be ideal when it's got the suppressor on there. But then when it's ideal when the suppressor's on there, it's not ideal when the suppressor's off. Or of course the other way around. So I kind of prefer guns that have that kind of happy medium in there. I think this is it's under an 8-inch barrel. It's like 7.9 or 7.89 or something like that. So one of those shorter ones. Of course, it's got the classic Noveske stainless barrel, polygonal rifling, specific types of stainless steel, or specific type of stainless steel. Always loved those barrels. Oh man, man, that's about it on the gun, really. It's not as light as the Honey Badger. It's noticeably heavier. I don't want to say this is heavy. This is light. It's lighter than the SIG was or is, that's for sure. But it's not as light as that Q is. I don't shoot this gun a ton. I have shot it a bunch, probably a lot more than some other guns that are out there. But compared to some of the guns that I shoot otherwise, this one doesn't get shot a whole ton. So anyway, Noveske Ghetto Blaster, serial number 98, with Trash Panda, Aimpoint Micro and Scalar Works mount, added the CQG grip, added the BCM foregrip, cool tiny little SIG QD mount, and here we are, January 2025, remembering John Noveske. We miss you, and check it out. Thanks for watching. Head on over to 2af.com. You can always email us there, Neil at 2af. You can call or text 904-593-6922 and ask for any questions or any questions you have or any help I can give. I'm always out there trying to help. Get signed up for email notifications. That is the best way to kind of keep informed of what's going on over here at 2AF. Stuff that's coming into the warehouse, stuff that's going out to you guys from the warehouse, and stuff that's going on around the warehouse. Stay tuned. We'll have some more videos coming up. We'll do some more strange things about the gun industry video, other stuff that's going on around the shop, and we hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.